Alright, come on, just get it over the bunker. Over the bunker. Oh, farf. Don't you just hate it when that happens? You've done all the hard work getting from the tee to the green in 2 or 3 good shots, and then you chunk it in the bunker. Or even worse, you thin it over the green and you take another 4 shots before you get into the hole. Oh, nightmare. So, in this episode, number 2 of How to Be a Wedge Wizard, we identify how you strike the ball consistently to start creating magic around the greens. What you have to understand with these short shots, to get consistent ball striking, it's a geometry exercise. The upper body is the motor of the swing, rotating around the axis of the spine, and we need to get the club bottoming out at a consistent place to strike the ball properly.
So let's create some clear pictures of the geometry of the swing. Imagine your spine position, and we're going to turn around that axis on the backswing, into strike, and through into your follow through. Beautiful, stable axis. Secondly, we want to imagine the upper torso is like a box, and that box is going to turn around the spine angle, both on the backswing and as we come through on the downswing. So it's not just the shoulders that are turning around that spine position, it's the whole upper torso. So let's have a look at down the line view, imagining the spine, even an extension of the spine sticking into the ground, and we're going to rotate the box, the upper torso, around that spine position, start to finish. Now, in reality, the cervical spine had more mobility than the thoracic spine, had more mobility than the lumbar spine. So in reality, the box is not going to turn complete. But we just want to have a very clear concept of what's going to happen. Imagine the torso as a box, and we turn around that spine position on the backswing and on the follow-through. Simplicity is beautiful. The second point in geometry we need to understand is the relationship of the sternum or middle point of the ribs to the hands to the club head. The hands will reach their lowest point opposite the sternum, and therefore the club head will reach its lowest point opposite the sternum. So if we're turning around the axis and the sternum comes back to the ball at strike, the club is going to bottom out in the right place, at or just beyond the ball. Perfect. It's when the sternum does not turn back to the ball or stays behind the ball, the club will bottom out in the wrong place, hitting fat shots or thin shots. So we need to get the sternum turning on the way through, that the low point is at or just ahead of the ball. Then we're going to get some beautiful, magical strikes.
So we have the beautiful geometry needed to be a wedge wizard, turning on plane, getting the sternum in the right place at impact to strike the ball properly. We could still make a real mess of this if we don't deal with the hands and arm swing. Next time we deal with that on how to become a wedge wizard. So, any wizardry yet? Geometry's good, sternum is in the right place.